Today we're going to be looking at a little bit of Quirkyloverosee. Now, I am not an expert on her background or her lore or anything like that. Um, I kind of clicked through an interesting video of hers that she recently uploaded where she talks about how Girl World is a mental illness. so, um, apparently she's a little bit ragey. She's a little bit angry. And yet she has still inserted herself yet again into girl world. So it's just interesting to me that she's coming across insulting this community. Meanwhile, she is a part of it. And as I was kind of just skipping through, um, she just seems to be taking the route that a lot of the girls take in the sense that she's blaming everybody else, right? A little bit of a victim card, I believe, because look, trauma is real. Bad things happen to everybody. I've had bad things happen to me too. All right, it happens. But to capitalize it on the internet and then weaponize it, I guess, is kind of the word that we're looking for, isn't it? So, um, I'm just kind of curious what the entire video is about. I did have a listen to Dainty Princess, who did a video a couple weeks ago on her kind of history. I listened to that earlier today, but I haven't seen this in its entirety. So let's have a look. Let's go.
Welcome to whatever the fuck this is again, because I was in the middle of editing my next Texas vlog, but I've decided these Instagram stories I just made are going on my YouTube channel, because I'm done. Yeah. Girl World's a mental fucking illness, and I'm done. I'm so past the point of done, and I feel like I have a very unique perspective because I think I can confidently say that I am the only person who has experienced being a viewer of Girl World and being considered a girl.
Okay.
It is a bizarre.
Well, all right, that's fair, right? We can see her point in that. Somebody that has seen both sides of it, I guess. But that doesn't give you the right to now insult this community that's been, in whatever way, has been supporting you and bringing you attention, right? That's the part that I'm confused on.
Unpleasant experience, and I feel like I have so much I want and need to say, and I am tired of feeling like I'm not allowed to speak on my experiences because my safety will be put at jeopardy over and over again.
Okay, so first of all, you are certainly allowed to talk about pretty much whatever you want on the internet. Of course, YouTube has its own restrictions, but we can't be going around saying, oh, well, I'm not allowed to talk about it. It goes back to the silent versus silenced conversation that we've had with Amberlynn. Girl, you can talk about it. Like, nobody's stopping you. The thing that you should be considering is maybe not putting problematic things on the internet and then expecting people not to have an opinion on it.
It is insane how YouTube has allowed this shit to spiral to where it's at today by monetizing all of this.
Well, they monetized you
through the reaction channels and everything.
Oh.
So I received a message today on Instagram.
Before we get into the message, look, it's it's just funny how reaction channels get all this hate, because all we're doing is we're watching you and we're sharing our opinions on you, right? It's the same as comment section, except we're making videos, right?
We're going to start there, and then I'm going to just play the Instagram stories.
Okay.
Because at this time, that's what I want to say. I am sick and fucking tired of being blamed as the reason that I deal with this vitriolic abuse, because I dare to exist as myself on the internet, because I dare to be authentic, because I've dared to be messy, because I've dared to be imperfect, and because I've dared to exist on here as the unhealed version of myself in the past and as the evolving version of myself moving forward.
So she used the word evolving, but I feel like that was kind of a replacement for healed, or rather healing. This is not giving healed or healing, girl. Like, this is giving angry. This is giving needs therapy. This is giving needs a break from the internet. Chronically online, and it's not a good look.
And I am tired of feeling like I am not allowed to express how angry this makes me.
You can do whatever you want.
Because all it seems to do is fuel these bizarro, weird ass motherfuckers.
Yes.
By giving them the rages that they want.
Yes. Okay, so she does get it. So there is some level of self-awareness there. This is giving them what they want. When you come up on here and you are just fuming, that's exactly what they want. So why don't you stop giving them attention? Just stop it. Deal with it offline. Like, do whatever you got to do. Crazy.
The projection is baffling. And I'm not the fucking villain. I'm not going to read this blow by blow. You can go ahead and read the screenshot if you'd like. The first part is just a bunch of vitriolic bullshit blaming me for my disability shit. All
just
that,
a bunch of mean crap.
It's just disgusting, to be frank. But
fine.
The last sentence was claiming that this is the person that was in contact with my boyfriend's mother using his legal name and her name.
Girl, I don't want to read that. All right, nobody wants to read that. That's the point of it. It's toxic. It's negative. It does nothing good for you or anybody else. Why are we broadcasting this over the internet? It's exactly what they want. Why? Why are you feeding into this? Like, look, there's questionable things that she has done in the past, yes, and the way that she's treated people, as it's the case with all the girls, right? Let's be real. But stop feeding the trolls. Stop it. That's what they want. You broadcasting this all over the internet, it's fodder.
Hey, internet. I just wanted to talk for a second because I'm really sitting here just like processing so much in terms of not only my own trauma and in my own experiences that I've shared in the documentary, but
you should be doing that with a therapist.
There's just a lot happening behind the scenes, a lot happening in my life. I'm still just kind of like dealing with my own personal stuff that I've talked a little bit about, like last time I went live and stuff. I've been working on editing and doing these different things.
So busy.
And I just got that DM notification in my requests that I just saw for the first time, right? And I want to talk about it. Let's start here. Because the first scratched out name is the legal name of my boyfriend that's not public information outside of those who've doxed him. Mm-hmm. And same for the second being the name of his mother, which again is not public information unless you are part of the doxing. Okay. So I guess
as far as the doxing goes, I'm not 100% clear on the history of the names getting out. But I do know that Rosie herself was responsible for people even seeing her boyfriend's face due to her own negligence. I do know there was something about like an address, but that was found on Facebook or something. Like it was already public. It just seems like there's a lot of deflection. There's a lot of I am the victim, which sometimes appropriate. But in this case, there's another side to the story, right?
I guess this person is admitting to being the person that was messaging my boyfriend's mother.
Okay. So
it is genuinely alarming, the hate that people hold in their heart. And that there are hundreds of creators who talk about me on a daily basis.
Yes.
That profit off of the hate of their audience just like that.
Well,
I have no like...
Hang on. Sorry, girl. You can't lump them all together like that. Oh, just like that. They're all like that, right? Is what she's alluding to. Yes. Yes, if you put yourself out on the internet, you are opening yourself up to be critiqued. Right? I've been here all of 5 minutes and I've already got messages like that. And guess what? I'm not out here putting them in my videos. Like, what? Girl, what are you doing? Like, stop it. Stop giving them the attention.
Like personal beef with Jordy, right?
Oh, God.
He's somebody who started talking about me recently, and that's all fine and dandy. But that's the audience he cultivates. That's the audience they all cultivate.
Girl, that's the audience that you cultivate. All right. By spreading all this negativity and toxicity on the internet, the way that you treat people, your parasocial, whatever it is that you had going on with Zachary Michael and a couple others, right? But Zachary Michael's one that comes to mind, is weird. It's weird and it's out there, and you got to be more careful.
And you can sit there and pretend that because you're not the one doing the poo touching, that you're not a part of the problem, but you are. You enable it, and the reactors enable it because they profit from it.
Whatever. Look, I'm not out here. I don't think any reaction channel is out here encouraging somebody to go and spread hate and to send her all these nasty messages. Like, we don't want that, okay? Like, we don't want somebody to tell you all those terrible things. At least, I guess I should be speaking from my own self. But most people don't exist to simply tear people down, okay? We're here to react to what you put on the internet, right? So if the reaction is negative, or if you see it as negative, then what does that say about you?
I'm a disabled, fat woman. I am disabled.
By your own choosing and actions.
I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. My pain is real. My trauma is real. And there is no amount of that shit that changes that reality.
Okay, well, if you don't care, then stop talking about it. Crazy.
I didn't know that Jordy was reacting to me until someone who I think might be the same person on a different account sent a very similar styled message, just rambling about being so excited that Jordy's talking about me.
Who cares?
Again.
Who cares?
I've no attachment to that. I don't give a shit.
Apparently you do.
So why are you bothering me?
Look.
I'm sitting here as someone who is like not allowed to talk about how these things affect me without it being blamed on me, that I'm the problem for bringing attention to it, When this shit affects my real life.
Okay, yeah, but that's the thing, is that it affecting your life and you putting it out here on the internet like this, that's not going to help anything. This is not your therapy session. This is not your conversation with the authorities. All right? This is YouTube. This is the internet. Like, it's not meant to be your journal, you know? And that's why I find it so interesting when, like, Amberlynn's done this multiple times, and Chantal's brought it up a couple times too, where they say, oh, well, like, I want to document, and I kind of want to treat YouTube like a journal, sort of. Well, that's fine. Like, you can use YouTube to document. Like, lots of people do that. But to just open the floodgates and let everything spill out and be like, oh, this is the thing that's bothering me, and these are the things that are happening in my personal life. Like, what? These people are not your friends. You know, we're not back in high school. Like, why share all this? That's what I don't get it.
And my silence gets weaponized and my words get weaponized.
Were you silent or silenced?
And I have been deemed a, like, parasocial weirdo, whatever the fuck, for shit that I've done in my past. While the people that the reactors profit off of behave like that.
But I thought that the reactors were profiting off you. I don't. Never mind. First of all, the little bit that I do know about Quirky is that only from the bits that Zachary Michael has covered from her, as far as the parasocial weirdness, yes, which I'm sure everybody has seen, right? The strange relationships that she forms in her mind with people over the internet.
And the reactors that profit off of me by inviting me into their home, giving me dresses, pretending to be my friend and moderator, making my intro for me, doing all of these things to only be besties with the guy that's fucking stalking me, harassing my family and me, sending countless packages to my house. I'm not the fucking problem. And I'm done being treated like I am.
Girl, it all stemmed from you. Why is all of this happening? Not to assign blame. Like, this kind of stuff doesn't happen out of nowhere. Okay? Otherwise, it would happen to every single creator on the internet.
Constantly bringing up people's past mistakes, manipulating and twisting their words to fit your narrative, does not show an entire scope of a person, especially when you cherry pick clips. You purposefully misinterpret and manipulate the words that are being directly said to you on the screen and taking them out of context to then only flip them on their head and make it out as if I'm a liar because you financially benefit from casting me
oh my God,
an ALR archetype.
Her saying that she's being cast as an ALR archetype, like, not the exact words, but that exact sentence in its concept. You know how many times Amberlynn has said that? Oh, well, you just twist my words and you take clips out of context and, you're trying to make me look like a liar. All we're doing is stuff like this. We're just reacting to what you say. And then you have receipts, you have proof based on what you've said in the past, and then you can put together the fact that, well, you lied. Well, you treated this person this way, and now you're saying you didn't. Or whatever the case is. But I digress.
To be her replacement because she's been squeezed dry by these fucking lunatics.
She has been squeezed dry.
who
She's fine.
latch onto people that they think they can be the judge, jury, and executioner of morality to, while being horrifically abusive and vitriolic. Everybody knows I can't fucking stand Amberlynn.
Not another person saying that reaction channels are abusive. You remember when Amberlynn tried to pull that on Zachary Michael after he called her a bitch? Crazy.
And with the stuff I learned recently with the rabbit hole I fell down regarding the Discord and the CSAM and all of that, I've no interest in defending her in any capacity. But her involvement in this, and the fact that I once was a part of Girl World, and as a viewer and as someone who made mistakes that I have repeatedly stated how much I regret and that I don't want part in, has just created this cesspool I can't get out of, because it constantly affects my real fucking life. So ultimately,
because of your own actions and the way that you keep bringing it up. Stop it. Stop making videos like, just keep doing your own thing. Just keep doing your own thing. And yeah, it sucks, but deal with it offline. I don't understand. What could possibly be so complicated about that? If it's too much for you, then get off the internet.
ultimately, I can't win. Because either I ignore it into oblivion and people are showing up at my house because, you know what, fuck it. People are showing up at my house because people are posting my address online and trying to get people to break in by saying my property is abandoned and people can come get the copper pipes out of my house. And I'm having to call the police again.
Well, now they know.
But
Good job, girl.
I can't talk about it. Then I'm the problem. Oh, I can't talk about the fact that my family is put in jeopardy again because of y'all.
And you think this is going to stop them?
Sick of this shit. It is a mental fucking illness of cult-like capacity. I am embarrassed.
Somebody else said it was a cult.
I don't remember who it was. That shit was entertainment. And you should be too. And you should be too.
All right. Quirkyloverosee, I don't know what else to say to you except for stop raging on the internet. You're just giving it to them, right? And they're eating it up. All right, stop it. Stick to your regular content. Be that whatever you would like it to be. Quirky is as successful as she is in large part due to Girl World. All right. And I did see that she had done an interview with We're All Insane, who, by the way, that channel, I've watched many of their episodes. Don't go on there if you're not in a good space to hear some crazy stories from people's real lives. But I didn't even know that it was Rosie at that time. And I was just listening, right? I wasn't watching, so I didn't recognize her. But all that to say is that, yes, we all have trauma, right? The majority of us have trauma, and it's context for how we behave as human beings, and it's context for how we interact with other people and how we treat ourselves and how we react to stress. So my advice to Rosie being, deal with it offline. If it's too much for you, girl, then back off. Because that's the thing, is that if you keep putting fuel in the fire, it's not going to die down. It's just going to keep growing, you know? Um, anyway, I think maybe that's enough for today. So thank you so much for being here with me today. And I know my schedule has been like crazy recently, so I just kind of wanted to get something out there. Um, yeah, if you would like to subscribe and see some more videos, please by all means do. If you have any suggestions on what you would like to see in the future from me, by all means leave a comment, or if you just want to say something, leave a comment. For sure, I would love to hear from you. And like if you liked, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.